Alright, we're going to be watching Kleberpf, who's playing Anna on Busan. Plat 1 peak Anna coming back to ranked. I'm not playing much comp nowadays, but I've been grinding aim trainers and playing some FFA trying to improve my mechanics. I'd like to know how I could have played this game better, even though it was a win. The start was very rough. Again, for people who've watched my videos before will know that I will tell people that you should submit losses, not wins, because there's a lot more typically that you can learn from losses than you can from wins. Because often it's like I give people advice about like little things in a win. You're like, why would that matter? I won the game. Well, exactly, because you won it anyway. It's to build good habits so that you can turn losses into wins. Anyway, the game was around gold 1 because I deranked the end of the season and didn't play much after that. I believe I mainly struggle with positioning and some things like excessive jumping and reloading subconsciously. I'm trying to get better at that. And then you give some timestamps here. 5:20, I dropped because I thought we need to cap. I didn't see we still had overtime. 13:27, I thought I'd sleep, but not nade. That's why I stared at the Reaper. 14:38, I'd like to know what would be the best move to do here. My team rotated right, which I believe is not correct because most of the enemy team was here where I was. I tried to go flank to shut down the Ashe and ended up being left alone. Alright, let's play this out. Okay, so this is already bad. Just commit. You're either going left or you're going right here. Okay, because you need to get line of sight around this corner as soon as possible. You do this thing where you go to the right and you're like, oh wait, we're going to the left? And then you kind of wiggle a little bit and then you go to left. But you see all this time? Now granted, it's like very lucky your Woodson hasn't been taking damage, but you should have been there the whole time. It doesn't really matter which way you go, right or left, and honestly, there's like a lot of variables. I personally couldn't even tell you what is the optimal path. I typically, as a tank, I typically go left because it's closer to the point, but I think right is also viable. But either way, just go one of the ways, right? If you go over here, your Winston goes to the left. Okay, cut this way if you have to. But most important thing, you got to maintain line of sight. What is this? Oh, you think you can jump over? No, you cannot jump over that. Okay, so already we see a bad sleep, right? Bad sleep number 1. This is not a high value sleep. Like, yes, maybe you hit a support, and maybe your team can follow up into a kill, but why not just hold on to the sleep? Okay, because that is not a high percentage sleep. Wait for a better opportunity, especially at this point because you can hear the hog. So you should save sleep for hog. So bad sleep. Alright, hog trying to push you. Hogs get your Winston again. So if you did have sleep here, the right moment would have been right now to sleep the hog, and that way you can stay in here with your Winston who's on the back line. Okay, you could have slept the hog, walked over here, grenaded the supports with your Winston, and killed the supports, and then you would have won the fight. But now you're too scared because you don't have sleep. Your Winston dies, and then you just lost. Like you just did nothing. You know what I mean? Like we just walk over this from the beginning of this fight. You're also like late, really late coming out. I don't know why you're so late. Maybe it's just because they have movement abilities. But anyway, you come out here. You do nothing. You're still doing nothing. You're still doing nothing. You're still doing nothing. Still doing nothing. Alright, I guess you healed your Winston for 1. You healed your soldier for 1. Right, you missed that sleep dart. Now you go back, and the fight's over. So in the period of time that this took, which was about 10 seconds, you fired 2 heal darts that hit somebody. It's not good value, right? That's not the way you climb. Okay, you should just get out there, heal, do damage, throw nades, you know, sleep targets, keep people alive. You know, the basics of playing Anna. All right, farming right now. This is fine. Doesn't really matter. Winston goes to Risa, which is probably a good call. Again, I should say again, but you've probably not seen my other videos, or maybe you have. So, generally speaking, if you're a main healer, which you are in this, I mean, you and the Baptiste sort of, right? But I would say generally follow your tank in this situation because you're not going to be following the Genji. So, in this situation, your tank goes forward, you go forward. Your tank goes backwards, you go backwards. Watch. Your tank goes forwards, and where are you going? Backwards. Why? You just saw the hog throw the hook, right? This is the best opportunity to walk in. You should be right here, playing with the rest of the team, nading right here, and then winning the fight. That's what you should be doing. Instead, you're way too far back. Good reload. Okay, now you've got in, but now the moment's gone. The hog is about to have a hook again. Right? He has hook in 2 seconds. So your like great moment of opportunity is gone because you're playing too far back. All right, this is pretty good heals. Aim's good. All right, again. Already start walking forwards here because you can see your tank moving there, but instead you kind of dilly dally. You see this little, you do this little like circle movement here, unnecessary, right? Efficiency of movement is very important, as all heroes, But on support, trying to keep line of sight your tank, very, very important. Because again, when your tank was going in right here, you should already have been moving forwards right now. Because you can see your Risa going to the point, right? She gets hooked in, yes. But like you should already be here. You should toss the nade down, okay, on your Risa and the hog. And then kept your Risa alive from there. Right? You throw this nade, which is like fine, but the thing is, this soldier is not gonna die. Are you gonna kill him? Is Genji gonna kill him? Is their soldier? Probably not. He's like near cover. You know what I mean? Like he's not in any danger. This fight right here is what's gonna determine. I think we can agree that if the hog kills your Risa, this fight's over. If your Risa kills the hog, this fight's over. So throw the nade here and hit both of the tanks. That's how you win this fight. Right? You're doing a lot of wiggling here, but like nobody's even aiming at you, so just focus on accuracy, right? Don't miss any shots. You want to climb? Do not miss any shots in your Orisa here. 0. Right? How many shots do you actually end up hitting? Right? That hits, I think, your Baptiste.
Happy to assist.
Miss. 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 Hit. You know, like just kill your tank, right? Just pocket your tank here. Your tank's like in their face. Like if you're to keep your Orisa alive, she wins the fight. You throw a nade. I think this is an okay nade. So you have an opportunity to save your Baptiste. Okay, Baptiste steps a little too far forwards. Hog gets a really good hook on him. Immediately be throwing sleep dart right now to sleep the hog. It is your job. Anna's like the best counter against hog in the game. You can completely prevent the hog from playing the game with sleep dart and grenade. Just both of those things shut him down. All right, don't use them both at once, right? Obviously, but don't use them both at once. But either one of those abilities just prevents him from playing hog. So you could have saved him right there easily. Okay, sleep. I think that's good sleep because he was whole hogging. I think that's pretty good sleep. But again, after you do the sleep, I mean, you have to keep pocketing your Orisa here, I would say, because you need to make sure your Orisa survives, so you slam. I know you're trying to get kills is like tempting, but I think you need to actually pocket your Orisa here so she can finish ulti and then use spin to survive against, or at least fortify to survive against whole hog for at least a few more seconds, and then you can use grenade. So let's look at these actual, what do you actually do, okay? That's could have been saved. It's a good attempt to try to kill here, though. So that's your sleep. Miss. Miss. I don't even think you're shooting at full speed. Yeah, you don't heal your Orisa at all. Right, again, 2 darts into the Orisa, followed by, yeah, oh yeah, you had nano too, right? Followed by nade, followed by nano, and she would have killed the hog even at point blank with whole hog. Yeah, so that's a second fight where you could have done a tremendous amount. I think you almost guarantee that you win the fight there. Alright, Soldier pops Visor here, and you don't nano, which is interesting. I think at this point he seems pretty clearly safe, so I would definitely think about nanoing here. But you decide not to, which is an interesting call. I mean, I get it, because it's like, kind of like a 2-on-4 situation, but you hit him. Alright, just go for the melee. That'll also work. I would nano, yeah. I think that's good nano. Keep your soldier alive. Right, he's nanoed right now, so he takes, so like basically your healing is 50% more effective. Oh, that's a bad nade. I understand, because like obviously you can't see through the wall, but like I think you want to splash this here, like over the top here, because you can see that there's people to the left and to the right. But you throw it too far to the right, which would only hit the Kiriko and maybe the hog. But in fact, you hit nothing. There's a really bad nade to miss. Soldier dies. I think you drop now. I'm checking the timestamp. No, you have no notes about this. I don't think you want to drop here. You know what I mean? Like, you have good position up here. I think maybe because you're like, oh, the Orisa is like not able to heal, but you want to rotate to the right then to get a better angle if that's what you want to do. I don't think dropping here makes some sense. Alright, you sleep. Kiriko's fighting you. Yeah, see, like, why do you drop right now? And then once you drop, everything kind of goes poorly for you. Also, you're not healing your BAP. And then just get gunned down. Yeah, I mean, a lot of, I mean, missing that grenade was huge. Then you like miss a lot of attacks here. And then you don't heal the BAP, which makes the BAP nervous, right? Because you see how the BAP is like, oh shoot, I'm super low. If you heal the BAP here, he turns to help you instead of running for cover. You see how the BAP's like, oh no, I'm in trouble, and he runs away, and he just abandons you completely. He could have saved you right here easily if you had healed him. There's just not good awareness. I think you should have held high ground longer and then force the soldier to knock you off, and then you could have taken cover in Mega Room. So they cap it back again. Yeah, that's not really your fault. I don't know what the Genji is thinking. So you do a reload right here at 10 ammo, and you can see your Orisa has already missing half of her health. This is no good. You need to be healing here. This is a bad reload. Really bad reload. Right? Again, you're forced to throw nade because you just can't keep up with the damage, right? Now your nade can't be used against the enemy. The most common tip I tell for Anna's for grenade is use grenades against the enemy. If you have the choice between throwing at a teammate or throwing at the enemy, throw at the enemy. The anti-effect is much stronger than the boosted healing effect on your teammates. Okay? The healing on your teammate is really not that significant the vast majority of the time, but anti is massive against the opposing team. So because you couldn't keep up with the damage because you got scared, you threw grenade. But honestly, you didn't even need grenade because healing would have actually, I mean, depends on how long a period it is, but generally speaking, at this range, just healing him or healing her would have gotten her more healing than throwing the grenade would. Okay, I think it's a reasonable sleep attempt. I think you're like trying to peek here. Hog's looking for the hook, right? You've already seen it before. Good. I think this is a good nade, right? This allows the Hog to die. Good, right? I think that's good play. You see the Genji's low, right? Good. Right, good job keeping him up. That's really good. I think that's really good play right there. I think that whole stretch was good. What you just did, like covering from the soldier, right? Then helping your whoever was on point, or nading the Hog, right? Nading Hog was good. Helping to finish the Hog, right? Keeping your Genji alive, then helping to kill the soldier. I think this is all very good. Very happy with that play. All right, no Kiriko doesn't have thing. I think it's a reasonable grenade, right? You just saw them use Suzu. So in this situation, you should think about like positioning here is pretty tough. I think on Mega Control Center for Anna. I think that if I were you, I would play bridge here because your team is sitting low ground, which I think is unusual. They really should play up. If they're playing up here, then you should be standing like right here. But since they're not and they're playing low ground, I want some place that I can heal them and get line of sight without getting killed. But the problem is if I stand here, remember that soldier who just like runs here, he'll just light you up and it's really hard. Like you'll have to cover here and then you can't get LLs to team. If you play here, you can heal everyone on your team and you're totally safe from anything to the right. The only thing you're in danger from is somebody coming up this way. But because your Orisa standing here, it's unlikely someone will be able to get up here onto the bridge to attack you. So I think you should play bridge here. It's too late to rotate now. Orisa's come in. Yep, just keep people up. You see your Orisa's taking damage. You gotta get LOS and you're okay. BAP's on there. Yep, just keep BAP alive. Right. I think dropping here is not ideal. I get what's going on is because like nobody is dropping, so I see you waiting as long as you possibly can before you decide to commit. I think that you just it's tough. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's okay. I guess it's okay. I'm not gonna blame you either way. I think it's reasonable that you drop. Okay, again another reload. I don't think you need this for 3. I guess you do. You had 2 shots. I guess it's okay to reload here. Right, trying to heal. Touch the wall. Help to kill. Right, I don't know why you're not peeking right now. You know what I mean? Like right here, you're pretty safe. Like you see this right here, I would just like peek this and get the kill. Oh no! What? All right. Team has awareness. It's good. It's good sleep dart. I don't throw that nade. I think that's too far away, and like you just got here, you don't really know what's gonna happen. She can swift step out to cleanse it as well. Actually, I don't know if they patched that yet, but yeah. I would think about using Genji Blade here, right? Basically guarantees the next win. I don't know what that. I feel like he dashed thinking that he had Blade, but he realized he didn't. Anyway, I think the bigger issue here is that you're just losing LOS in your tank. right? So tank has gone in. You need to step forward right now. There's no like your Genshi's holding the space. You have to step forward here. Your Risa though is a mad person and then's gone around the edge. Yeah, that's pretty much all your tank's fault. But you should have been playing much closer up anyway. Now that your Risa is dead, it's gonna be pretty hard to hold this. You're looking to see if your Genji can farm blade. Sleep's good. Genji's dead. I honestly think I would have just popped Nano here anyway, just seeing that he was at 91. The reason being is he can farm Nano faster, farm Blade faster if he has Nano. And then by the time he uses Blade, he probably won't have Nano, but at least it gives some chance to win. Because it's 99, you know what I mean? This is the last fight. So Soldier's too far from getting Visor, and I don't have LOS on. I think you just pop Nano right here on Genji. Like, I'm very sure you pop Nano right here. Right now is what I would have popped it. And then you're going to end up losing this point, I presume. Oh, what did you end up nanoing? Yo, you cross over to try to nano the Soldier. Yeah, see? That far away, with him being low, you lose nano that way. At that point, you might as well just wait for the Orisa to get the point, but there's no way you're going to win the 5-on-2 here. Yeah, I said it's over. I can't believe this is still going. Alright. Anyway, finally lose it. That's fine. So I'd say overall, what am I seeing? I think the sleeps. I think you need to save sleep a little more. I think your sleeps can be a little better. Basically, I think your sleeps can be a little better. I think your grenades can be a little better. I think your positioning can be significantly better. Just a little more aggressive. You're playing like too passive, I think. Not like egregiously so, but like enough that you can be a little more forward. Okay, again, you had like a really good opportunity to nade a bunch of people right there. You see both the Soldier and the Hog here, right? Throw a deep nade like over here and try to get him, right? Then you see the Brigand. This is even better, right? Throwing a nade right into this spot gets 2, including a support. That's virtually guaranteed to be fight winning right there. You throw it a little too late. You see the breaks there, but you got the Hog. Right, I think you're doing this pretty well. Yeah, you didn't have sleep. When did you throw your sleep? Yeah, that's not a good sleep, right? You can see the Hogs going left to right around the cover. I don't know why you would throw that. That's a bad sleep. And then you don't have sleep for when this happens later, right? Having sleep right now is a save. Good nade. Almost good nade. Looks like it's going to be 4, but I think you actually end up getting 2. You get the reload. Right? Again, nade is absolutely huge. Helped your Orisa basically get all those kills. Just keep, yeah, you don't even look behind at this point. Just, you already saw 3 die, you know what I mean? There's not going to be anybody behind you, so the only 2 are in front of you. Just help your Orisa get the kills. Right? Killing her is also fine here. I think there's no problem with that. I wouldn't have dropped down quite yet. I would have just confirmed the kill, because you never know, stuff will happen. Right? Orisa could have whiffed a bunch of shots, and then you'd be in big trouble. Alright, you cap. Alright, somebody's pinging coast, so you guys understand the coast rotation. I think playing up here is okay for now. I definitely don't drop yet. So this nade is off target. Right? Nading right at the start is not necessarily a good idea because the Hog still has full health, you know what I mean? Like the Hog can just walk away, take 400, 500 damage, and then take a breather. Nading once he gets down to like, you know, at least 75% health, I think is a better idea. I think you save nade a little bit longer here, unless you can hit the brig as well. So again, you throw the sleep, but this doesn't matter. If I'm the Hog, I'm like, great, Deanna just used sleep. Cool, I just get back up, right? Like, there's no way that's like a high-value sleep. The Widow's attacking you, I think it's a good idea to drop here. Orisa LOSs you, there's not much you could have done about that. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty rough, because you lost your Kiriko already. I think you just keep peeking here. Like, don't even try to jiggle back. Just keep swinging wide. Because again, once your Orisa dies, it's over anyway. So at this point, just die on point. Alright, just get hooked and killed. This is what it is. I think you did a good job in the first fight. And not much you could have done in the second point. Your team decides to also go the coast rotation. Very lucky that nobody dies there. So you could have thrown a nade over here and splash in his face to give your Kiriko health, which would make the one-shot harder, by the way. I don't know about throwing that nade there. I kind of understand, but I think you just you could have just shot her. No! Like, once you see him turn, and he starts looking at you, he's lighting up hook right now. And that's when you need sleep. Again, this is not a high value sleep. And again, the best way to dodge hooks is just to actually stay near a corner. And so when he throws a hook, just go around the corner and it'll snap the hook. So you're already down one, so I think holding ulti, or yeah, it's fine. Alright, running it back again.
That must sting.
Oh, Widow's there. So you see the Widow out of the top of your vision, you should already be dodging. Like 80 strafe, nope, you just jump, you should be dead. Very lucky. Gets healed. Genji's blade here.
Get in there, and I'll hit you.
Alright, I can see you, hear you do the voice line. You are very lucky the hog doesn't kill you here. I assume he doesn't have hook. What the heck happens here? He just does it with Genji? Yeah, he does it with Genji. You're very lucky to not be dead here. I think it's the right call to be trying to move forward right now. Genji kills 2, great! I mean, I don't know. You can't go up that way. I don't think you realize that. I was like, huh? No, just go to the left. Just heal your Risa. Okay, they do close rotation. The second you see this, stop peeking this angle. It's not your job. It's not your job to stand on the point. Just go back, rotate back, and play behind your Risa. So you tempt fate by doing this right here. Okay, then you decide to go wide out here, which gives me more chance to hook you instead of just playing tight and going up the stairs like that, which is what you should have done. Okay, because you going wide here, imagine I'm the hawk. Okay, I go over here, I see the Ana. What do? I keep walking this way. What do? You keep walking to the left. You see? You should be dead. All right, at higher levels, you're dead here. Just play tight to the wall and wait for your Risa to engage. Again, another sleep, which has no value whatsoever. You can use sleep to interrupt his take a breather, right? You can use sleep to interrupt hooks. You can use sleep to prevent him from getting away. Don't use sleep when he has full health and just standing in the open. That doesn't do anything. Alright, so you know there's a Widow in play because you heard the shot. Alright, trying to keep everybody up. I would be worried about the rotate to the left. You can hear it. You can hear the hog on your left, so I would just always be aware. Again, don't peek this. No, I guess your team's moving. That's fine. I don't know what this ulti is. I think it's a reasonable. So I assume Reaper has. I guess he's not gonna have ulti. I would assume he has ulti, but cool, easy. Honestly, your team just feels better. I think that you are also better than. I feel like you're better than the skill bracket would be my guess. And you're probably going to climb. That sleep I think is better value because again it prevents the hog from staging. I think you throw the nade, yes. Cool. They force Suzu, that's fine, right? Suzu, your nade's gonna be back in 6 seconds. Yeah, not much you can do about that. Reaper just got instantly blown up. So this nade is off target. Right. It like hits your team, but prioritize hitting their team. You know what I mean? Like toss it deeper in. Even if it doesn't hit your team, that's fine. Your team's not even low. But if you hit them with the anti, it's big. Just keeping people up. Yeah, pretty much your job here. Not much you can do here. You have another big nade coming in, but you're low. I would save nade there, honestly. Like I know it seems weird to be at 40 health, but I would just run and just save it so I can toss nade on the point. Because I don't think your team's gonna win without nade. That's why I would do it. I would take the risk here of saving the nade. See, like if you had nade at any point here, that would be so valuable. But Now it's too late. Fight's over. But you farm nano, which is good. Alright, that's fast nano for sure. Right, you're like, you see, you're like over twice as much what your DPS is, so you have an opportunity to use this nano and build another. So, I was gonna say, this is actually a good opportunity to pop nano and then immediately nade the hog. Honestly, the best plan would be to sleep the hog, wait for Suzu, and then nade the hog, just to prevent him from retreating. But you should walk forward right now, right? This is not the time to go backwards. Walk forward. You have to walk forwards right now. I wouldn't scope like that because you don't know where you're gonna get shot from. Reaper is sort of on you. Nade the ground, no. Yeah, I mean that's a bad mistake. You had nade the whole time. You still would have needed help probably to kill him in time, but you know, better than nothing. Would have bought you a little more time. Alright, Orisa versus Orisa match now. You really need your Orisa to come peek you again. She is. Great. No, bad nade. You didn't know that was going to hit the Orisa. I refuse to believe that you thought that nade was going to hit the Orisa. It's very lucky that you hit the Orisa. The other Orisa, that is. Like, hitting your Orisa is fine. You saw your Orisa wasn't that low. You didn't need to rush that nade. Okay, reasonable nade. I think you should have got the kill, but Orisa gets it. Great. I think your APM, like in terms of like uptime of shooting, is very good. I don't know that I agree with the sleep dart right here. 1327. So that's probably when you die. You thought you had sleep dart. Got it. So 1438. What would have been best here? So I would say, in general, play behind your tank. Okay, behind is between, keeping your tank between them and the enemy, right? If the enemy's on the left, you want to play over here. If the enemy's on the right, you can play over here, right? If the enemy's center, you can play over here. You playing here, I don't think is the right call. In general, in this particular case scenario, if with the advantage of like wall hacks, I think it actually is the right situation because there's no way anyone's looking at you. You can walk around this and just 3-shot the Mercy, right? Or nade and 2-shot her. So. But in general, I would say, hey, like as this develops, right? The second I see this Orisa go back, I'm already heading back to this pillar and playing this pillar. That's what I would do. Because I'm afraid that what if the DPS and what if the Ashe and the Mercy runs this way? Then I'm just screwed. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be stuck right here, and then they're just gonna kill me in 2 hits. So I would say you should have backed up to this pillar or this pillar right here, is what you should have done. Right? Like, I don't know why you're moving deeper into the left over here. You should reload, yeah. Now she dynamites you, and now you're in big trouble. Yep. This is exactly what I was afraid of. Is that you overextend here to the left. It's like, you're like, quote unquote, like, oh, the enemy is over here, but that's fine. Like, this is not a valuable position for the enemy. They're not doing anything with this. Okay? The Orisa's over here fighting your soldier. Your Orisa's like playing point, which is fine. Okay? You're the one who's out of position right now. For sure. Definitely you're the one who's out of position. I mean, you can just tell from the fact that like your team doesn't all know exactly how it's going to play out. They can understand there's an Orisa overextended. They want to go get the pick. And it's okay to leave the point to get the pick and come back because they're going to be able to come back in time before the point gets capped. Yeah, you are for sure out of position here. So, looking at this right here, I don't know why you nano, right? You already have point control. They're stuck around the corner. Just wait, right? Just wait for them to have to commit. Because now your Orisa's nanoed, but look how far she has to run before she can even do any damage, right? She just wasted like 3 seconds of that nano, and now you see she doesn't do anything with this, which is exactly the right call. If I was the Orisa, I'd be like, why did you nano me? I'm not going to do anything here. Like, they're all clumped up like way the heck behind the corner. I can't do anything. She totally just gives up the nano, and that's not her fault. Like, she just can't do anything with it. Good sleep. All right, yep, good. Don't forget the melee after. Good save by your Mora. Yeah, your team just feels better, man. Like, definitely better. Yeah, this video's over. Okay, so summary. Number one, I would say your uptime, right? The shots that you get like out on both healing and damage are good, right? Not necessarily the accuracy itself, which I'll cover the next point, but I would say the uptime of being able to like crank out as many shots as possible is very good. And I think that you typically are aware of that and just trying to get as much impact as you can out at once. One. Two, accuracy itself is good, better than gold for sure. I think this is probably at least low diamond, possibly even mid diamond level aim. I think your aim training probably paid off, and the aim is actually quite good overall. There are obviously some times where I highlight that you got some whiffs, but like overall the aim feels good too. I would say low diamond. 3, positioning. I would say you're typically not. I mean, I think there's a bunch of different positioning issues that go on. I think losing line of sight on your tank is number 1. Number 2, not playing an optimal sight at the beginning of fights is a problem. Right? We saw that in Mecha Base a lot, where I don't feel like you played a good spot. Sometimes you end up being overextended, like we saw over here to the left. So there are a bunch of like different scattered things. Like overall, I think it's okay, but there are some times where you get really punished for it. Sometimes it results in your death. Sometimes it results in a teammate's death. So that's 2. 3 is your sleeps. You're way too aggressive with them instead of waiting for a better opportunity. Again, holding it for Hog in particular is devastatingly frustrating. As a Hog player, I can feel that when the Ana just holds sleep just for me. It makes me not want to play Hog anymore because it's so annoying and it's very easy to hit Hog. So saving sleeps and using sleeps to hit hooks, hook targets or right before he hooks is really, really valuable. Your grenades, I think, generally have the right idea and timing. The accuracy is off. So I think you probably could have hit twice as many nades this game with slightly better accuracy. Overall, I'd still say good impact, but I think that you could still be better with accuracy and also making sure to pretty much always hit the enemy with the nades. And then finally, it comes down to nanos. I think your nanos are probably bad overall. Like, I'm trying to think of a single impactful nano that you had. I think most of your nanos were not very useful for a variety of reasons that I covered in the course of the video. Okay, hope that's helpful.